Zepbound weight gain on a Zepbound weight loss journey. Oh my goodness, we're going to deep dive into it with 5 action steps. You're going to want to stay till number 5. I've got some power-packed information. If you've had Zepbound weight gain on your Zepbound weight loss, she's taking the glasses off because it's serious today. We don't know each other. Hi, beautiful friends. I'm Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I have been on GLP-1 medication, Mounjaro, Zepbound, and Tirzepatide compound because of the shortages, varied those a little bit. The last 22 months, losing a whopping 98 pounds. This is my experience, strength, and hope. As always, never medical advice. Always talk to your own healthcare provider. Simply this journey of what's worked well for me and hopefully will help spark for you conversations to have with your healthcare provider or a dietitian or somebody else in your support biosphere, including a therapist. So let's go ahead and dive in with our 5 tips. But I want to first define about weight gain. I've gotten this a lot in my free encouragement group, which I'll link all of my resources down below in the description. Click the ... more hyperlink. It's near the hashtags here on YouTube. There is a ton of free resources for you, including a meal plan, free encouragement group. There's a lot of cool stuff. Stay till the end. I'll talk more about the free stuff I have for you if you're just starting your journey or you're an OG on this GLP-1 weight loss journey. Let's dive in. So let's first define weight gain on Zepbound journey. Have I had a weight gain on my 98-pound weight loss journey, going from morbidly obese to now just overweight? Yeah, I can't wait for the day until I'm like, I'm not overweight anymore. It's coming. It's been a long process. And if you're a turtle, turtles unite. There's my turtle painting behind me. If you're a slower loser like I am, that's totally okay. But defining on here, and this is crass. If my mom is watching, plug your ears, mom, because it's going to be a crass statement. Earmuffs. But again, this is crass, but you're one poop away from going to where you want to be on your weight loss journey. And that sounds so gross, but it's true. Weight gain can be, true weight gain can be a ton of different factors. For me, depending on the dinner I had the night before, I weigh myself in the morning. First thing after I go to use the restroom, I go weigh myself. And for extra measure, I try to get naked, so the clothes don't count my scale. So it's literally like an accurate depiction of my birthday suit. Do not get a mental image. Okay, let's keep going along. But you going to the bathroom, it literally could just be a bowel movement of why you have a weight gain. And I don't know about you, but the up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down is totally normal. And so I want to normalize that for us on this weight loss journey, because it can be a mind effery battle up here of going along and having been somebody who's been morbidly obese, who's been a lot of pounds overweight, and losing that. There has been a recalibration of my mindset of this and recognizing that the scale's not always going to be this linear. It's not going to be this linear line down. And if you're experiencing that, that is okay. Because I have. Can we normalize that? That the scale on this 98-pound journey, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It is not a sequential all the way down. Some of that is my own doing, which is why we're going to talk about some 5 action steps that have helped me and hopefully will help encourage you, because that's my whole purpose of doing these daily videos, is to hopefully help lift, raise the vibration, raise the calibration, raise the positivity of going along this daily mindset journey of losing weight on GLP-1 weight loss journey. So recognizing that it's normal to have a as we go down on the weight loss journey, that's totally normal. If I've had a lot of, for example, if I have soy sauce with my sushi the night before, that is going to jack the scale for me the next day. I know that. There's certain foods for me that I've just figured out along this journey that are going to trigger weight gain, and that's totally okay. What I'm talking about for weight gain, for me, I have also experienced, there was this weight stall, and that included ticking up and down as I went through that with hormonal stuff too, right? Like that's just part of being a human being, is there were some hormonal changes going along with this as well. But I had a pocket of where it was weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of more than a month of not having movement on the scale. And that is where I had to look at some lifestyle changes with this, because Eli Lilly, the manufacturer of Zepbound and Mounjaro, tell us we need to make 2 lifestyle changes with our food, our appetite, or with our eating choices, and then also with physical exercise and physical activity. And so tip number 1 is refining this process. And so I don't want to say we can be at a negative spot with our weight loss journey, or we can come from a negative mindset, or we can really have a refining mindset. And I want to encourage you, refine the mindset, that is what we're doing, that this is refining our health. And it's coming from a positive standpoint, as opposed to, I'm at a weight stall, or I'm at a weight gain, or like negative Nancy side, and then swinging the pendulum to look at it as, I get to do refining on my health journey. When we change it from to I get to do these things, for me, speaking and using my I statements, it majorly moves the needle of, I get to look at my mindset associated with this, and that there are simply hypo and hyper responders. People hyper drop weight really quickly on these medications. When I was on the Oprah's Shame, Blame, and Weight Loss Revolution, the lady who sat in front of me, her name was Amy. She, in my opinion, was a hyper responder. I have been slower. I don't think I'm fully a hypo responder. I think I'm in the middle. But I know many of you are hypo responders, and that can jack with mindset. And so I want to encourage you that to not compare. That comparison is the thief of joy. I didn't come up with that phrase. I wish I could attribute it to who did. I'm regurgitating that from something I heard, and that deeply impacted my heart when I heard that, because I recognize I was comparing myself out to people on social media, to people who I knew in my community, like to a lot of different things, and that did not bring me joy. It was robbing me of this weight loss journey. So refining our mindset is tip number one of, I get to refine my processes, operations, and mentality associated with my health. I get that opportunity. Many people don't have that opportunity. I'm going to be doing a story in the next week or two talking about people who don't get to have access to these medications. And so routing and rooting myself in that and reframing my mindset of, I get to do these things. Number two, sleep for me has been huge. When I have a pocket of sleep issues, that affects my health. That affects the scale for me. Anyone else relate? Tell me in the comments about if you relate to that. For me, it does majorly. I don't have on right now my Oura Ring, but I've done a whole, it's down in my playlist down below. Click that like and subscribe button. There's a whole playlist on sleep associated with GLP-1 weight loss, and how my Oura Ring showed me data-wise from me taking BIOptimizers magnesium breakthrough, how much it moved the needle on my sleep, because it has 7 types of magnesium. And magnesium can be very, very beneficial for several different things: muscle recovery from working out, sleep, constipation, and those are major triggers for me on my GLP-1 weight loss journey. And so my encouragement, snag this down below in the description link, the magnesium breakthrough. It has 7 types of magnesium versus the other one I used to recommend that only had 1. Majorly impact my sleep. I take 2 of these at night before I go to bed, because it does have, oh, this is not an open bottle, a gentle dosing effect to go with it. Is this one open? Where's my open bottle? I want to show you guys the pill size, because the pills are not big. And if you're worried, some people are like worried about the pill size. The pills are not big. They're like itty bitty. But I take it 30 minutes before bed. I take 2 here, but however, 70% of people have a magnesium deficiency. And so there is a building up process. BIOptimizers has a whole protocol for if you're first taking their product. Follow that. Obviously, talk to your healthcare provider before taking any sort of supplements, but I'm obsessed with their products because it works so well for me. And then I have the data to prove it with my Oura Ring. My Oura Ring is charging right now, and I'm testing the Google Pixel Watch against the Oura Ring. So stay tuned for that. More on that later. But my sleep is number 2. If I'm not sleeping properly, that's going to cause weight gain for me. It's going to jack the scale. And that was one of the things I noticed on my weight stall that was long, honey. It was like the Israelites in the desert, long. Like, I'm like, get me out of here. That my sleep was affected. And so taking BIOptimizers makes a huge difference for my sleep. And I have the data to prove it with my Oura Ring. You can see that episode if you're interested, and if you're a data nerd like I am, highly recommend snag that. It's linked down in the description link below, or you can use the discount code QUEEN. Number 3, for my Zepbound weight gain on Zepbound weight loss, of what's worked well for me. I'm going to get some pushback on this, so don't judge me too harshly. Don't judge me too harshly, but tracking calories. Wait, don't go. I promise you the tracking calories, I used to literally retract my claws when people would say that, like bad kitty. Literally probably hissed at people. And I'm such a loving person. I would never really hiss at somebody. But in my head, I'd be like, I had a major, going back to being morbidly obese, a major issue with people saying tracking calories. Calories in, calories out. No, not that 1990s boo honky. I want to say another choice word. Not that, but truly it is a calorie deficit to lose weight for me. And so I had a very big, going back to number one, mindset. I literally had to walk through with a therapist to talk about the blockage that I had with tracking calories because of negativity associated with tracking my calories. I couldn't do it. And when I did, it would trigger me to binge eat or eat really, really unhealthy foods. It does not trigger me the way that it once did to track my calories. I actually kind of like it. I've learned a lot about how calories impact my body. Yesterday, I wanted to have a slice of pizza. We got the best New York style pizza. My husband's from New Jersey, so he's very picky about pizza. Very much likes a New York style pizza, and even within that genre, he is like a connoisseur for the best New York style pizza. So he got some, and I was like, I want a slice. Let me look up to see how many calories it is, and it was 500 calories. And out of my 1,500 calorie day, that is for me. You talk to your own dietitian for, again, having a team assembled, Avengers, a team assembled for your health. A dietitian I would encourage would be one of them, or someone you trust who helps to figure out your calories per day. For my 1,500 calories, 500 calories. Do I want to spend that on that slice of pizza? I did, actually, and I ended up enjoying and savoring and loving that pizza. But if I hadn't tracked that, I would have extra 100, 200 calories, and adding up an extra 100, 200 calories per week for me can lead to not losing weight or even a weight gain within that week. And then for me, the old tapes and old mindsets triggered something's wrong with me, I'm deficient, like negative mindset in general. That's not helpful. And so tracking calories for me takes emotion out of the data. It's not emotional when I can look at a calculator and be like, okay, here's the 1,500 calories in the day. Or at the end of the night, if I'm like, I am really not on day like 24 hours to 36 hours after taking my shot, I know hitting that 1,500 calories, I'm probably not going to. And I'm also not going to force feed myself for me. Other people choose to, and that's you do you. For me, I'm going to ride that wave of weight loss and appetite suppression where it's not harder. I used to say the word painful, and it's not that it's painful, but it's substantially easier. And so I know later on in the week, I'm going to have my appetite will return. And so it's okay for me to be a little bit under in that pocket because later on it's going to balance itself out. So tracking calories is number 3. And if there is like I had a mindset blockage to not wanting to do that, for me, having to seek outside help of talking to a therapist literally helped me so much. It took a while. It took me a while to recognize the self-awareness of it, of having self-awareness has been really important in this weight loss journey. And so I want to encourage you, if you're experiencing that, let me normalize that for you. I totally did. And that's also totally okay. And no wonder going from diet culture, like 1990s diet culture about calories in, calories out, to it's not that. It's literally I'm keeping to go along, I need to be in a deficit, like a bank account. How if you're trying to grow wealth for wealth management, and I can equate that to business, and my business brain will go to, oh, it's like wealth management. Of you got to have a surplus on there to build wealth, right? And so like this, I got to have a deficit in there to lose weight, and so it's taking the emotion out of that for me, which has been very, very healing. And there's been a healing that's come along with this, as opposed to like a negative slant associated to deprivation. This is actually an abundance for me of like, oh my goodness, I can have a slice of pizza and really enjoy it and savor it and eat nutritious foods and have it be balanced with it. It has taken me a while to get here. 22 months ago, I did not have that mindset. So let me also normalize that too. I've been on this journey for 22 months. If you're just starting and you come from a morbidly obese or an obese background, it stinks. And for me, it's taken a lot of blood, sweat, pain, and tears to get to this point of being able to hopefully encourage you of relief has been coming with this. Tip number 4. Of weight gain, Zepbound weight gain, and if you're on Tirzepatide or semaglutide or Wegovy, and if you've got friends who are on GLP-1 medication, share this video with them. Hopefully it will help encourage them too. Iron sharpens iron, and the 5 people we surround ourselves with truly does impact us as human beings. And so I hope that I'm one of the 5 people that you choose to associate with. I have, out of my circle of 5, one of them is an internet person who I've never met before. Actually, I did meet them, but they've made such an impact on my life. I ended up meeting them. but it really truly has shaped who I am as a human being. And so I hope I'm that one for you, one of your 5. But share it with your friends if you do, and real life friends too, or internet friends as well. Number 4 is with the weight gain, moving, with lifting and walking. Truly, the muscle mass loss is a big deal for people, any people, not just GLP-1 weight loss, but anybody who's on a weight loss journey. We're going to lose muscle mass probably. The science tells us. And so for me, combating that with lifting weights, because that's going to help build more muscle, is also going to help with my metabolism. But my bones, honey, we care about bones here. And that muscle is going to keep our bone structure strong. And so lifting, but also for me, walking. It is the path of least resistance. I love swimming. But getting to the swimming pool for me is not something I can do every day. But I love that as a form of exercise and moving my body. But walking, I have easy access to. It's free. I can go out very quickly on a work break, or I don't know about you, but I have a very enriched schedule with work, my hot husband and my kid, and then community stuff too. That like I don't have to drive to a gym. I can literally just walk around my neighborhood, and it's very beneficial to burn calories, get some sunshine. My therapist actually was telling me about data coming out now about how important sunshine is for us, how important it is for us. And so that for me is one of the ways to make sure I'm getting some sunshine with my SPF sunscreen too, by the way. I will link all of my beauty products down below, but having SPF on my face to protect it too. But walking and lifting, it helps my mindset to keep going on this weight loss journey, but also it's helping with the weight loss. And so if I'm stuck in this weight gain or a weight stall category, but even more so the weight gain category, I know moving is going to help that. Common sense, right? But common sense versus knowing versus doing, 2 different things, and actually applying it into my routine. And for you, are you actually applying what you know into what you do? Because truly, we haven't learned it unless we're doing it. If we're not doing the action, then it's just a waste. What are we actively doing to move forward and move the needle with that? And that's a big component for me. Number 5, a timeline to adjust. And I mentioned this earlier, but I've been on this journey for 22 months. And I also firmly believe people who are ahead of me, there's several people who are in our community that I really respect because they're also ahead of me, and they've lost more weight. Their health is further along than me because they put the timeline's different. And so recognizing that this is going to take some time, I'm a turtle, I'm slower, and that's also okay, giving myself some grace and not being such a pressure cooker with it of like, I have to do this by this timeline. And I think I come from a background, and I know many of you can relate too, of where you're so hyper productive in your professional life and personally. Like I've had a major success in those pockets, personally, professionally, as a wife, a mom, all those things, and professionally, that this has been the juggernaut my entire life of this weight loss thing. And so recognizing it's going to take some time to unwind and untangle some of those unhealthy belief systems, but also this medication is but a tool. It is an amazing miracle. And I am so incredibly grateful for Eli Lilly for making Mounjaro and Zepbound. Thank you. I very much appreciate it. And recognizing it's going to take some time to like unravel that stuff. And that's totally okay. It's totally, totally, totally okay. And so giving grace, kindness, and compassion with that timeline, and recognizing it's going to not be when I started, I had a lot more weight to lose and I was dropping a ton of weight each week. Now I'm not dropping that level of weight anymore, and that's also okay. So I hope that that is helpful. With all of these tips, I do want to make sure you take advantage of that extra discount with BIOptimizers Magnesium Breakthrough for your sleep, muscle recovery, constipation. Use the discount code QUEEN. You can use the link also down in the description link below. And also recognizing today, what are you focusing in on to move the needle for you? Tell me in the comments below. I'm dying to know. And number 2, our emoji of the day is going to be a moon. We do an emoji of the day. It's kind of like our bat signal. It tells me that you've made it this far in our video. I had one yesterday or a couple days ago. It was a heart. Today's is the moon, but I had a heart. And moon is for sleep because of the BIOptimizers magnesium sleeping. I had a heart. And y'all, the level of joy I experienced scrolling through all the comments, each one I will pray over. If you don't believe in prayer, I'll uplift you in positive thought, of seeing all of the emojis pop up, made my heart go pitter patter. It made me so happy to be like, oh my goodness, this strong collective community. It is truly like a bat signal of who makes it this far. Like, it makes me so happy. So I appreciate you if you've made it this far in the video. Know that I am cheering for you. I am praying for you. I'm grateful that you're one of my internet friends, and my whole family, the Duke and the Count, also are cheering for you as well. Like, collectively, our family, we talk about the Countess of Shopping community. I'm like, I am so grateful, blessed, and thrilled for you to be a part of this journey with you. So make sure free resources you snagged in the description link below. I had a dietitian create 2 meal plans. They're $1,000 each, or excuse me, $1,000 total. I paid out of my own pocket from the dietitian to have the licensing rights to give to you for free. So if you're like, I don't know what to eat, take advantage of that. It's a printable on a PDF on the countessofshopping.com website. Number 2, my free encouragement group is awesome. And we have different challenges in there, and there's a lot of fun stuff going on in there. One of our group members recently was like, can you do some fashion stuff coming up because we've lost weight and our clothes aren't fitting? And I'm like, things like that. Like, yes, like, it's just different, a little bit different vibe than it is here on YouTube, which is cool. So I will link that down in the description link below. And then also on countessofshopping.com, my website for all things GLP-1. There's old articles on there that we've written. We'll be writing some new articles here too, coming up with the holidays coming up as we kind of inch towards that. There'll be some new articles on there as well. So countessofshopping.com. My loves, I appreciate you guys so much. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. Don't forget to click like and subscribe on this video. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another daily GLP-1 video. Love ya. Bye, guys.